online health workers from home. And Bindi Irwin turns her wedding into a TV event. But first, Joshua Dorr is here with some sport. Joshua, forgotten Docker is making progress.
Tracy, it's a long road back behind the scenes for the star forward. Now Jesse Hogan is taking a big step towards a return to football. The West Aussie making a giant call on his future, and our cricketers hit for 6 on the pay front. Welcome back. Dockers star Jesse Hogan is preparing to play again once AFL returns from the coronavirus break. Hogan's manager revealing the 25-year-old is back training and tracking well with his mental health. No games may be taking a toll on many footballers, but for Jesse Hogan it's proving a perfect hiatus.
He's managed to get a program together and start to train on his own, and with a view that potentially when we can get a return date, he may be able to weigh up getting back into footy, which would be terrific.
The trouble Dockers forward hasn't been at the club since late January after taking leave to focus on his mental well-being, and hasn't played since round 14 last year. As the Bulldogs continue to weigh up Lachie Hunter's punishment, calls are growing for him to be stripped of the vice-captaincy.
What happens is him and Bontempelli and whoever else is in the leadership group will have to deal with so many situations throughout the year, and if Lachie Hunter is sitting there listening to some of those, that player would be thinking in his own mind, how's Lachie Hunter deciding on what my fate may be when he's done what he's done?
I think if Lachie Hunter puts his hand up and says, I'm going to step down, that's showing leadership in itself.
Amid the fallout from the alcohol-fuelled crash, former dog Nathan Brown believes the 25-year-old can take control of the situation.
He has got a long time to think about it, but knowing Lachie Hunter, I think he'll play some pretty good footy and repay the footy club when he gets back.
And Saints star Brad Hill has backed the planned 3-week mini pre-season to prepare players for the return of football.
Personally, I think that's enough. And if you keep doing the program that the clubs have set out for us over this period and keep fit, there shouldn't be any dramas at all.
Despite falling short twice, Giants midfielder Matt De Boer remains hopeful of winning a premiership before his career is over. But the West Aussie is preparing for life after footy as he waits out his isolation period in Sydney.
30 years.
Pay cuts for Australia's cricketers are just around the corner, according to former Cricket Australia board member and Test captain Mark Taylor. It comes after the governing body stood down 80% of its staff this week.
There'll be haircuts, as we've seen from CA staff. Players will be next for sure. I also suspect that Cricket Australia and the cricket players' body, the ACA, have been working together on this. That I hope they get their heads together and sort out a good solution for the near future.
Cricket Australia is due to announce its list of national contracts before the end of this month. And after more than a month in quarantine, Aussie NBA star Joe Ingles admits he's going a bit crazy. Normally switching off when home in Utah, Ingles is starting to miss playing basketball.
We've got a little plastic kid suit. That was about as close as we got to it. But being 40 days in quarantine now, we got one literally like 4 or 5 days ago. So we've shot a couple of times. And,
We're ready to kick his butt.
The Aussie was there when Jazz teammate Rudy Gobert tested positive to COVID-19, leading to the postponement of the league. NBA playoffs were scheduled to begin today. Tivo, you spent a few weeks in quarantine, but 40 days, that is a fair hike.
That is a fair hike indeed, Josh. Mine wasn't too bad. Thanks very much, Josh. Well, up next, from their home to your